Here's a photo that I took in my studio with no flash. And here's the exact same shot taken with this little guy. Same room, same camera settings, but a completely different photo. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I'm not a photographer. I don't need a flash. But if you're creating any kind of content, like product shots, portraits, thumbnails, behind the scenes, a flash is one of those upgrades that makes everything look more intentional, more professional, almost immediately. And the reason most people don't have one isn't that they don't think that they need it. It's that the options tend to be too complicated or too bulky, which is why this little thing caught my attention, because it looks like someone shrunk my Godox V1. It has the same round head, but it's on a completely different scale, and honestly, it's kind of adorable. Now, before YouTube, I spent years as an editorial and commercial photographer, so Flash and I go way back. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 things that I love about this little Zenico RF12M, 2 things to know before you buy, and tell you who I think this flash is for and who it isn't for, so you can decide if it belongs in your kit. This video is sponsored by Zenico. They sent me this flash to review, but as always, all opinions are my own. So what is it exactly? Well, it's a mini round head flash. And round head is the key phrase here, because most flashes shoot at a rectangular beam of light, which can look harsh and uneven. The round head diffuses light in all directions, giving you a softer, more flattering fall off. It's the kind of light quality that usually costs a lot more to achieve. It also runs on a built-in lithium battery that charges via USB-C. And when it's fully charged, it gives you about 500 flashes, and it recycles in about 2.5 seconds. You get 6 power stops ranging from full power down to 1/30th of a second, and it mounts to your camera's hot shoe. But one thing to note is that it's intended for point-and-shoot or interchangeable lens cameras. This won't work with your GoPro, your Pocket 3, or your iPhone. So compatibility is refreshingly simple. If your camera has a standard hot shoe, then you're good. It works across Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, and most mirrorless camera systems right out of the box. And that's actually a genuine advantage over something like the Godox IT30 Pro, which requires you to buy the correct version for your camera system. Now, before I get into what I like, a quick word on why flash matters at all, because I know that some of you are still on the fence. So natural light is beautiful, until a cloud rolls in and your exposure drops, or you want to shoot at night when there is no natural light. And that harsh overhead lighting that you get from most rooms, it does nobody favors. Using a flash gives you a consistent, controllable light source that you bring with you. You stop being at the mercy of whatever room you walked into. That shift alone changes the quality of your content more than most gear upgrades will. So here's what I actually think about this flash, starting with the 3 things that I like. Number 1, the light quality. So that round head gives you a really nice fall off that is soft and even. There's no harsh hotspot in the center, no weird rectangular shadow behind your subjects. So for product shots, portraits, or fill light in a run and gun shoot, it looks really natural. And as someone who has spent years studying light, that's not something I say lightly about a flash this small. Number 2 is the charging experience. So because this flash has USB-C, I can top it up with the same cable that I'm already using for half of my gear. I don't have to use a proprietary charger. I don't have AA batteries to stockpile. You know, it sounds small, but when you're packing a bag for a shoot or looking at all the gear that you have, it genuinely matters. Number 3, I love the size and the build. Like, this is genuinely tiny, and it almost disappears on the camera. My V1 is a great flash, but it changes the whole profile of the setup. This thing barely adds anything. And despite the size, it feels solid and purposeful, not cheap. And that really surprised me. Now, 2 things you should know before you buy it. First, there's no TTL, which is basically the flash's auto mode. Normally, your camera measures the light, the flash adjusts its power automatically, and you get a properly exposed shot without touching a dial. This flash doesn't have that. You're setting the power yourself, which means there is a bit of a learning curve. You'll have to take some test shots, adjust, and dial things in for your environment. Now, the good news is that this only has 6 power stops, so it's not overwhelming. And once you find your setting for a given space, you're pretty much locked in. But it's not quite plug and play, so go in with realistic expectations. Second, and this one is important, this is a flash photography, not a video light. So it fires on the shutter, which means it's working for still images. There's no continuous output, so it won't help you while you're rolling. If on-camera video light is your primary need, then having an LED panel is what you're probably looking for instead. So who is the Zenico RF12M actually for? Well, if you're a photographer, hobbyist or professional, who wants compact, travel-friendly flash with genuinely beautiful light quality and doesn't mind a little manual dialing to get there, this could earn its spot in your bag. It's also a really solid first flash for someone who wants to start simple, as long as you know that there's a learning curve. What it isn't is a video light, or a high-speed workhorse, or a replacement for a full-featured flash like the V1 or the IT30 Pro. It's a focus tool that does one thing really well. It gives you soft, portable, beautiful lights for still photography. And sometimes that's exactly what you need.